Haley Welch, best known for her off-the-cuff comment.
Like everyone in the world should have seen this coming, but somehow still they were able to make tens of thousands of dollars.
Hawk Tuah girl going to prison.
This woman's spit just scammed everyone for millions of dollars. Hawk Tuah!
Once upon a time, the name Haley Welch, better known as the Hawk Tuah girl, sparked laughter and love across the internet. But now, that same name draws groans, disappointment, and in some cases full-blown rage. She went from being pulled off the streets and turned into a viral star to allegedly scamming her loyal fans out of over $15 million. What started as a random internet moment has spiraled into something that now involves the FBI, multiple law firms, and a growing stack of legal accusations. So, who exactly is the Hawk Tuah girl? And how did she go from a nobody on a sidewalk to a cultural phenomenon, only to end up potentially facing serious jail time? Let's rewind the clock. Just a few short months ago, Haley Welch was unknown. A small-town girl from the South, no fame, no clout, just another regular day. That is, until one moment changed everything. A random man with a microphone walked up to her on the street and asked, "What's one move in bed that makes a guy go crazy?" Her cheeky, now iconic response? "You gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that tang."
You gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that tang.
Boom. Internet gold. That one line exploded across social media. It became the meme of the summer. People clipped it, remixed it, turned it into songs. Celebrities reacted. And just like that, Haley became a viral icon. She was funny, spontaneous, and raw. People loved the realness. They saw her as a breath of fresh air, a small-town woman who finally got her shot. But as quickly as she rose, she took a sharp turn, straight into controversy. Once the fame hit, Haley didn't waste time monetizing it, and to be fair, who would? She launched merch, opened fan clubs, and then things got weird. She began promoting sketchy investment opportunities, promising her fans exclusive access to a new fan-driven media platform and insane financial returns. All they had to do was give her money. And sadly, many did. Over $15 million, according to reports. Some people invested hundreds, others dropped thousands. And why wouldn't they? She was their internet sweetheart. They trusted her. But here's where it gets ugly. That fan-fed media platform? Never launched. Those promised apps? Never built. The insane returns? Never came. And the people who handed over their savings? She ghosted them.
This is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
Profiting from the
There's
rug
no
pull, I
rug
think it's
pull
relevant.
because we didn't pull a rug. I don't know what you're trying to say. It's not true. Yeah, that's defamation.
Doc,
You're saying
do the math. Do the math.
Defamation. You're saying that we pulled a rug. There was no rug pull.
3%.
You're defaming our character.
Are you not gonna let me talk?
No refunds. No updates. Just silence. It quickly became obvious. This wasn't a case of poor management. It was a full-on scam. And then it got worse. Haley launched her own cryptocurrency, joining the meme coin gold rush. But according to blockchain data, 96% of the entire coin supply was controlled by a single group of wallets, likely her team.
Hawk Tuah girl going to prison. But there's a possibility it happens, guys. This is crazy. The Hawk crypto coin. Basically, meme coins are a massive trend right now where people will make a cryptocurrency for a meme. And 99% of the time, they're all scams. But anyways, Haley thought it would be a good idea to make one of her own. So she did so. And after releasing her meme coin, it lost basically all of its value within minutes. According to this tweet, 96% of the supply was in one cluster, which basically means that 96% of the coin was owned by the developers. And after releasing the coin to the public and everybody else put their money in, they waited minutes before selling it all and doing what is called a rug pull. And to put it in the simplest terms possible, a rug pull is basically scamming everybody.
Now multiple lawsuits have been filed. Haley Welch is being investigated for fraud, wire fraud, and misrepresentation, and she could also face charges for running an unregistered securities offering, depending on how the funds were collected. If convicted, the consequences are brutal. Up to 20 years in prison for wire fraud alone, fines over $500,000, potentially more, court-ordered repayment of the full $15 million, and the complete collapse of her personal brand.
Haley Welch went from an average working girl in North Carolina to quitting her job and moving to LA.
I quit my job at the spring factory, and so I don't have to eat Taco Bell.
Living a celebrity lifestyle overnight. In less than a few months, she had a podcast produced and managed by Jake Paul, and even got Mark Cuban on the show. Out of nowhere, she announced a meme coin project in development, with the coin quickly hitting a market cap of $500 million.
And even caught the attention of Joe Rogan, who openly criticized the meme coin trend and how it's wrecking people's finances.
Crime, is it illegal? This is why it's so confusing. If you have these meme coins and people are genuinely making millions of dollars from real meme coin, but it's kind of bullshit. It's kind of a fake money.
On his show, Rogan described a man who lost everything in a crypto crash. A man who saved his whole life to build his dream home, only to be left with nothing. Just land, No house all because of internet greed disguised as opportunity.
There was this dude who lived next to me. I had a lot next to my house in California, and this guy wanted to build a house. And it was the saddest fucking thing, man. Because this was like in 2012 when we were living there. This dude was raking his lawn, and so I went over just to talk to him. There's no house there. And the dude would just like clean up brush and shit. He was like a responsible landowner, and he didn't even have a house on it. And I said, "Are you gonna build here? Because I knew you were gonna build here a while back, but we never heard anything." And he's like, "I lost everything in the crash." He goes, "I saved up all my life working. I had this dream to build this house on this, and the property was really beautiful." This guy was old, man. He was just like super bummed out, man.
And the worst part, when confronted with these accusations, Haley's team doubled down. They claimed they didn't do anything wrong. When exposed by internet sleuths like Coffeezilla, who showed clear blockchain data proving investors had been dumped on, her reps cried defamation.
I don't know what you're trying to say. It's not true. Yeah, that's defamation.
Doc,
You're saying
do the math. Do the math.
Now, I spoke to some people who bought into this pre-sale. They say they got in at $16.69 million total valuation, which means that if they sold out the whole 17%, you're looking at about $2.8 million raised by pre-selling these tokens. So it is essentially a lie to say her team didn't sell tokens. Well, they pre-sold them, and then those investors dumped on your fans. That's the problem. Because BubbleMap says we found 285 investors join the Hawk pre-sale. That's about what I saw as well. 89 wallets sold 100% on launch. 47 sold over 50%. Anyway, you can see in total, $3.3 million were sold. Again, as you'll see, on mostly Haley Welch's fans, or Hawk Tuah Girls fans. And I know what you're thinking. Who falls for this? Well, unfortunately, with situations like this, they're not targeting crypto bros. They're mostly targeting, like, actual fans who've never been involved in, the crypto space before.
And it's not like these fans were seasoned crypto brothers, no. They were young people, mostly new to crypto, just trying to support the girl they made famous. They believed in her, and she used that trust to drain their savings. It's beyond shady. It's heartbreaking. And now the law is finally catching up. The FBI is involved. Federal investigators are deep into her finances, and multiple lawsuits are coming from people who were manipulated into giving her money. Her social media influence may have made her rich, but it also made her a very public example. Because this isn't just a Haley Welch story. It's the same story we've seen again and again. Logan Paul, FaZe Clan, Soulja Boy, internet stars who use their platforms to pump up projects, cash out big, and leave their fans holding the bag. But this time, something feels different. This time, there's real momentum behind the investigations. The Hawk Tuah girl might have said, "Hawk Tuah," and spit on that thing. But now it looks like the only thing getting spit on is her public image, her reputation, and possibly her freedom. So here's the real question. Will Haley Welch finally face justice? Or will she walk away like so many other influencers before her, rich, unbothered, and totally untouched by the chaos they created? Let me know what you think in the comments. Are people like Haley victims of fast fame? Or do they know exactly what they're doing? Like the video, subscribe for more breakdowns like this. And until next time, stay sharp, stay skeptical, and don't fall for the Hawk Tuah hustle.